Ravine with ADORA, baby. Let's do this. Start with a dart monkey in that top left corner. Its range should go through the bottom triangle of that left tree. Leave that one on strong. Another dart monkey right there. Its range should go through the three corners of those two posts. Leave that one on last. Another dart monkey down the bottom there. The top of its range should go through the left triangle of that left tree. Leave that bottom dart monkey on first. Make sure auto starts off. It's going to be off the entire game. At the end of the round, get quick shots on the bottom dart monkey and then spam that sword less than 23 times before the round starts. And then when there's one green left, spam the sword and it will take out that final green that always leaks a red. At the end of round 7, get another dart monkey, place it below your left dart monkey. Its range should touch where the track becomes light to dark. So right there. At the end of round 8, another dart monkey as top left in that corner as you can. At the end of round 9, get quick shots on that top left dart monkey, and then you want to buy very quick shots ASAP during round 10 because you do need it to beat the round. So I want to thank Dario for making this guide possible. I actually stole this early game from him and just optimized it a little bit. And also he gave me the critical piece of information to beat this map easier with ADORA, which you will see later on in the guide. Get triple shot ASAP during round 12. I think you need it to beat the round, to beat those yellows, so just get it ASAP. Get long range darts on the bottom dart monkey that already had quick shots before round 13. At the end of the round, get a dart monkey, place it as right as possible in that corner. Take your time with this placement, make sure it's as right as humanly possible. At the end of 14, get a sniper, place it as top right in that corner as you possibly can. Set the sniper to strong, and we're good for 15. Before 16, get enhanced eyesight on that bottom dart monkey. And during 18, you want to buy crossbow as soon as possible because there's a rush at the end of the round that we need the crossbow to beat. Get it ASAP and you beat the round super easily. Get very quick shots ASAP during 19, you need it to beat the round as well. 20 is AFK. Before 21, get long range darts and enhanced eyesight on your triple shot monkey. With this setup, you should beat 22 every single time. Before 23, set your crossbow to strong, because there's a good chance you lose if you don't. At the end of 24, get ADORA, place her right there. You want the bottom left of her range to cut the bottom left leaf of that clover in half. So right there, it should cut that bottom left leaf in half. This placement is very, very precise. So take your time. Too far to the left and you lose to round 40. Too far to the right and you can't put a spectre between ADORA and the dart. Before 26, set your crossbow back to first and get full metal jacket on your sniper. ADORA gets her level 3 ability just in time for round 27 because we really do need it to beat the round here. Use her first as soon as some greens get to your top Dart Monkey. As long as you got the ability timing right, you will never lose to this round. At the end of 27 now you can place a Druid right there and begin upgrading it to a Druid of the Jungle, so get Thorn Swarm, Heart Evoke. Get Druid of the Jungle mid 31. Hard Thorns at the end of 31. Another Druid at the end of 32, to the right of the first Druid. So about there is fine. And start upgrading that one as well to Druid of the Jungle. Get Druid of the Jungle ASAP on that second Druid, mid 35. There's a tiny bit of RNG on this round if you don't get Druid ASAP. Druid of the Jungle ASAP. 36, take it slow, use Adoras first if your Druids don't catch that first wave of pinks. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but just use her first to be safe. At the end of 36, get a Spectre, place it between ADORA and the Dart Monkey, give it long reach, and then Smart Spikes ASAP, mid-round, and then set it to Smart ASAP as well. Get bigger stacks on the Spectre at the end of 37. There should be plenty of space for the Spectre as you saw, as long as you got the Dart and ADORA placements right. At the end of 38, White Hot Spikes. And with this setup we have just enough money to afford Spiked Balls at the end of 39, which lets us destroy the MOAB every single time. Get Spiked Balls at the end of 39. For round 40, when the MOAB gets close to the bridge, use Adora's first, and it goes down super easily. Before round 42, get Night Vision Goggles on your Sniper. And from now the next 5 rounds are AFK, so I'll be back when we need to do some village placements. At the end of 45, buy a village. You want to place it as top right below ADORA as you possibly can. This placement, take your time. It's not difficult, but it's very, very important. So place it right there. Then give it the discount upgrades. Get another village to the bottom left of the first village. Make sure ADORA is in range of the second village. That's very, very important. Give that one the discount upgrades as well. Then get a Spectre, place it right there. The bottom and top right of its range should go through the white parts of the track. Give the Spectre 102 and set it to Smart. Before 47, get Radar Scanner on the bottom left village and then use ADORA's first ability immediately. 47 always gets close on the top track, but you should not lose to it as long as you use her ability immediately. 48 is hands-free. Before 49, gets a second Spiked Balls, and then get bigger radius on the right village. Then buy a heli below your second Spiked Balls. It should be in range of 2 discounts, and then give it 002 faster firing. For 49, You want to use ADORA's first ability as soon as you see some ceramics come out, so right there. If you don't use it, you will lose. Before 50, get MOAB shove and bigger jets and then IFR, so 023 on the heli. And then also get jungle drums on your right village. Sacrifice the dart closest to the right spectre, and then make sure that you use your MOAB shove to influence all the MOABs to go to the right track. So leave it where I have it right now, on the top left of the left track, and in that position it should force most of the MOABs to go to the right track. At the end of 50, get an ALK and place it to the right of your first factory. Upgrade it to 320, it should be in village range, no problem. So for all the even rounds, we're going to keep our MOAB shove in the top left corner of the top left track, so right there. And what that's going to do is shove the MOABs to go to the right track for the most part. It's okay if some of them get to the left track, but as much as possible we want to MOAB shove them to the middle track for the even numbered rounds. So as you can probably tell, the even numbered rounds on this map are much harder than the odd numbered rounds, because on the odd numbered rounds we have 2 spectres pumping out spikes, but on the evens it's only 1 per track. At the end of 53, get a second alchemist, place it next to your second spiked balls, upgrade that one also to a 320. And 54, I recommend you take it slow because there can sometimes be some RNG with it. It all depends on which direction the ceramics go in. But make sure you just leave your MOAB shove in the top left and force the MOABs to go to the right track, as you see me do here. So we just shove that second MOAB all the way to the right track. You can use ADORA's first if you need to for 54. If you did, then use it off cooldown for 55. If you didn't, use it ASAP during round 55. Either way, just use her first ability ASAP during 55, whether it's off cooldown or not. And then just shove the MOAB on 55, no problems. The next few rounds are pretty easy, just follow the assignment, which is MOAB shove all the MOABs to the middle track on the even rounds, and you'll be fine. I want to thank Dario for making this guide so easy. I know it doesn't seem really easy, but trust me, it's probably the easiest Ravine ADORA you're going to see. MOAB shove is super busted on this map in particular, and it's the real MVP, Kevin Durant style of this run. Continue to just shove MOABs, make sure that you try and influence them to go right as much as possible, as you see me do right there. It's okay if one gets left like that, because later on in the rounds we have enough spikes on the left side. At the end of 58, get spiked mines. On the right spectre, by the way. And then use ADORA's blood sacrifice on the bottom left 000 dart. Don't need it to beat the round or anything, we just want to start sacrificing darts so we can get ADORA to level 10 before round 63. Round 60 is super simple, just stall the BFB with MOAB shove, no problem. Make sure you blood sacrifice the bottom right dart monkey as well before 63. 61, just shove some MOABs, but you really don't need to, because we have spiked mines, so we're pretty set for now. At the end of 61, sacrifice your sniper and ADORA will level up to level 10, which means her ball of light ability will be unlocked and on cooldown, which is exactly what we need for round 63. 62, just leave your MOAB shove where I have it, and it will force most of the MOABs to go right. It's okay if one fought MOAB goes left, late round, it's fine. 63, all you need to do is... What you should probably do right now is upgrade both of your Spectres to a 420, but for 63, as soon as you see the first rush, use both of her abilities. So both ADORA abilities as soon as you see the first wave of Cerams, and from that point on you can speed it up again and you're totally set. '64 can be a little bit close sometimes. Use ADORA's first when a MOAB goes left. I got lucky on this round and all the 4 MOABs went right, but one of them might go left, it's okay, just MOAB shove it backwards. Get stronger stim on both your alks at the end of 64. Realistically, you should have done this before 64, but yeah, I kind of forgot. Anyway, also at the end of 64, get an ace above your second Spectre. Place it closer to your alk, and then upgrade that ace to a 302 fighter plane with centered path. That guy's going to become a Sky Shredder and just kind of destroy this map. At the end of 65, upgrade your ace to Dartstorm. And the assignment now is literally just for all the even numbered rounds, make sure MOAB shove in that top left corner and shove all the MOABs that go left into going right. Not all, but most. As many as possible. For those that are wondering why we didn't buy Pursuit, the reason is IFR and bigger jets increases the MOAB shove. And so yeah, it's much more useful in that regard. At the end of 67, get a glue below your druids and make it a 012, set it to strong. That's going to become the MOAB glue and it's going to let us save up for Sky Shredder pretty easily actually. '70 is a pretty easy round, just leave your MOAB shove in the normal spot, which is right there, because there's like 4 MOABs at the end of the round. As you see, one of them goes left, but that's okay. We have enough spikes at the end of the round. At the end of 70, get MOAB glue on that top glue gunner. And now the setup is complete in its entirety. We're going to be able to save up 44,000 in the next 13 rounds for Sky Shredder. 72. Use ADORA's second whenever a BFB goes left, and then use her first if the second BFB goes left. Usually only one of them goes left. I got unlucky on that one and they both went left, but because ADORA's abilities are pretty strong, we had no problem, and you won't have a problem either. '74. When the BFB goes left, use ADORA's first. '75, just stall the MOABs and the BFBs more importantly. We just want to stall and give the spiked mines more time to create spiked mines. '76, use the spacebar to start the round and spam both abilities ASAP as fast as you can at the start of the round. As long as you spam both abilities ASAP, you won't lose. 76 is one of 2 rounds that has ability timing. 78 is the other one, obviously, because ceramic rushes are difficult. But yeah, for 76, just use the spacebar to start the round and spam both abilities ASAP. 78, same exact thing, but slow it down, because the rush isn't immediate. Want to slow it down and use both abilities as soon as you see this first ceramic rush, and then you can speed it up again. You can speed it up all the way till ADORA's second ability is off cooldown, then slow it down again. And use both abilities as soon as you see the camo ceramic rush. So that second rush on 78. I kind of fat fingered it and it also used the second ability. But don't worry, as long as you use both for both rushes, you'll be fine. 79 really simple. Just shove the BFBs. Round 80 you have to do like nothing except just track the ZOMG with your MOAB shove. Glue plus MOAB shove makes the ZOMG go really slow. And that gives us enough time to create a lot of spiked mines and Dartstorm to do enough damage to break open the ZOMG. Super easy round, just kind of a bit slow. 81, no abilities or anything, just make sure you're watching the top track because sometimes it can get a bit thin on the top track depending on how many BFBs make it to the top track. So as you see here, the top track, there's like one spiked mine left. Sometimes you'll have none, but you should be okay. 82 is one of the harder rounds. What you want to do is keep your MOAB shove in the normal spot and then use ADORA second when some MOABs go left. And then use her first when fort BFBs go left. I had a lot of fort BFBs go left, so I sacked the triple shot Dart Monkey on ADORA as well. I'm not sure if you need to, but you probably should if you have more than 2 fort BFBs go left. 83 is AFK. '82 and 94 are the hardest rounds of the entire run. 84 is really simple, use both abilities immediately, then buy Sky Shredder ASAP. '85, really sad round. You don't even need to stall the ZOMGs with your MOAB shove. Sky Shredder just does insane work, so nothing to worry about. 86, if you get really unlucky, we'll get close, but that's okay. You can use ADORA's abilities if you feel like you need to. Make sure for all the even rounds, like I said before, just shove all the MOABs to the right side as much as possible. 87, 4 ZOMGs, stand no chance against Sky Shredder. 88, use ADORA's first ability just to be safe. It's not always necessary, but yeah, just use that first early on. Then use her second when a ZOMG goes left. '89 is pathetic. Round 90, really easy, just make sure you put MOAB shove in the normal spot. Usually only one DDT goes left. This time I had 2, but that's okay, because Sky Shredder is kinda insane. 91, nothing to worry about. '92, big even numbered round, but you shouldn't need any abilities. MOAB shove in the normal spot again. You can use abilities if you'd like, but yeah, use first if you feel you need to. So I use ADORA's first there when a ZOMG goes left, that's what I recommend. Also use her second when that ZOMG goes left. 93, hover the MOAB shove over your right alchemist. That's going to be the same protocol for rounds 95 and 99 as well. 94, this is the hardest round of the run, so what you want to do before 94 starts is get a glue gunner, place it right there. The left side of its range should go through the light patch between the left track and the grass. So place it right there, upgrade that to a 410 balloon liquefier, get your MOAB shove in position, and use ADORA's first ability ASAP. Sacrifice the top dart monkey. Then you get balloon solver immediately, and once you get balloon solver, you're okay. Usually 3 ZOMGs go right, instead 3 went left, but that's okay. Get primary training ASAP and then glue splatter ASAP, and you should be fine for 94. .95, just hover it in that spot that I said earlier. MOAB shove actually does decent work against DDTs, interestingly. The slowdown is quite nice. Not necessary for 95, mind you, but it is useful for round 99. Those fort DDTs are difficult. At the end of 95, get a sub, place it anywhere in the water, away from alchemists. Begin upgrading that to a 040 first strike, so 030 ballistic missile on strong. 96, you shouldn't need any abilities. You actually don't need them at all. I use them because I completely forgot I had balloon solver, so yeah, use them if you want like I did, but they are completely unnecessary. Make sure you just shove the left side ZOMGs for some slowdown, but yeah, I don't think you actually need to. Again, Solver and Shredder are insane together. 97, really pathetic round. I recommend slowing down the ZOMGs with the shove. Don't think you need to, however, but yeah, it couldn't hurt. Focus the bottom right ZOMG because that's the one that doesn't get glued. And then buy first strike mid 97. 98 is another difficult round. It has a bit of RNG, but luckily we have ADORA's abilities to mitigate that. 98, what you want to do, as soon as you see some fort MOABs go left, use ADORA's first ability. What you should do now is sacrifice the second spiked ball, so that left factory, and then use her second ability. I didn't sack the spike factory and I was okay. I sacked it later on, but you should sack it and then use the second ability, but as you see, it's alright. .99 is really simple. All you have to do is leave the MOAB shove in the normal spot. Then once you see a DDT, sacrifice your top glue and use ADORA's first immediately. So take it slow. Do what I just did and you'll be fine. Round 100, also really simple. Get a factory right there beneath that tree. Upgrade it to 140 kid named Spike Storm. And for round 100, the protocol literally is use Spike Storm off cooldown, first strike off cooldown, and then we'll get to it. So, Spike Storm ASAP, first strike ASAP, then sack the sub and then use ADORA's second ability, and it's over. And there's your Ravine with ADORA Black Border. Probably the hardest run I've ever done, but yeah, it wasn't that difficult. This was my first and only try on this map. It took about 5 tries on Challenge Editor and then 1 try on actual chimps, so not too bad.